your scrapbooks, your decorations, your table decorations, everything. And also, look at this, even does your layering for you. You know all those times when you're thinking, oh, I'm using my best paper in, and you can only see a corner of it. This is actually done on the computer. You design it, and then you print it out, whatever size you want, whatever shape you want. All this was done. It's not all individual pieces of paper here, laid up. No more wastage anymore, and you can design the colours that you want. You can have as bright as you want, or as pastel as you like. This one's been done. You can even take the design all the way through, and you can print the star shapes, squares, rounds, rectangles, all sorts of different shapes. And look at that one there as well. You can print them out in the smallest pastel, the finest pastel colours, up to the brightest, darkest colours.
It really is fantastic. And it's done with 919355, the item number at the bottom of your screen. Wait till you see the demonstration from Alan.
Yes, I shall be demonstrating.
Alan is going to be demonstrating on the computer.
Alan does computer.
Now, we've got another 3 CDs for you as well, all underneath the same item number. We're going to show you all of those now and some of the examples. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one, which is the layering CD-ROM, not to be confused with the matte and layer CD-ROM.
Oh, yeah.
918701 is your item number. This one, £19.99 is your price. Let me show you just some of the things that you can do with it. Now, something to tell you about all of the CDs we've got on today's show is that each of them has an instructional video embedded within the CD. You don't get a separate CD or a DVD. It's actually contained on the CD. So you've got an instructional video showing exactly how to use it, and you've also got a project on each of the CDs as well. So our advice to you is, once you get them home, load them into your computer, watch the introductory video first, and then watch the project before you start using them, because you really will get so much more out of them if you do that. Now, this is from the classic layering one that I'm showing you now, but let's move on then to the other option I've got, which is the traditional. I've got 2 other options. This is the traditional, and you've got literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of things that you can do with this, all become clear in a little while. Item number's the same, 918701. Let me show you then some of the cards that have been made from that one. Look at this gorgeous angel there. Now, you can become your own design library with this range of CD-ROMs. You can change the backgrounds, you can change the patterns, you can change the elements of virtually every single part of the design. You can change the size of the design. You can print a design from as little as 1 centimetre square right up to virtually as big as you want to go. It's got that degree of versatility, and it's also got that degree of simplicity as well. So anybody could do this. 918701, that is your second option. But the third option we've got for you is the baubles. Let's just have a look at that one. There it is. Same item number, remember. And again, of course, as with the other 2, it's got instructional video on there, and it's also got a project that is unique and specific to this particular CD-ROM. Let's show you some of the cards that have been made from that one then. So there it is. These are some of them. Obviously, you can print these off onto shrink plastic if you want to and shrink them down. That's a really lovely idea. There's another one that's been printed off and glazed. And we've got another one there that's been layered and has been embellished with gems and also with sparkly bits. And there's another one as well. You can do your own tea bag folding with this as well, I should tell you. And all of that will become clear very, very soon. So 918701, £19.99. Now, later on, we'll also be showing you some Christmas decorations. You can also make Christmas decorations with the set as well. Now, the 4th CD-ROM that we've got, which is a different item number, is this one, which is going to be the Allen & Barry's Christmas Matte and Layer CD-ROM. Now, one of the things that most crafters find the most laborious thing to do is matting and layering. You don't have to do that anymore, because this will do it for you. Alan, yes, I did say Alan, was the principal developer of this CD-ROM, and he is going to be showing you this in detail later on, because he knows far more about this one than I do. Your item number is 919355, and it is a really superb item, and you should definitely get hold of this one and the other ones in the range. So shall we have a look at mine first?
Yeah, super. We'll just run this by you, just pluck out whatever you wish.
Right, let's have a look at
mine.
mine.
Words of wisdom that will be coming out of his gob.
I'll just move down here to mine. Now, I'm going to start off with the first one that I've got, which is the bauble. So just start off that. Now, I should tell you straight away that the principle of these is virtually the same for each of them. Now, on your computer, the first screen that you will see will be this one. Now, you've got Allen & Barry's Christmas Papercraft CD, Christmas baubles, and then on the bottom left, you've got introduction video, and then you've got project video. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of the introduction video first, because this is how we think you should use it. You should go to the introduction video first. So if I just click on that, don't worry, you're not going to watch the whole thing, but it'll just launch.
Hello, my name is Barry Freestone.
And along with Alan Gear, I'd like to thank you for purchasing this Baubles CD-ROM from the Allen & Barry's Paper Crafting Christmas CD collection. Now, I'm just going to whiz through it a little bit, just so that you can get an idea of all of the things that are on there. Just need to pick up that bar there. There we go. Now, this, remember, is going to be MPEG quality, so it's not DVD quality, but it is certainly sufficient enough for you to get a really in-depth tuition on how this works. It takes you through absolutely step by step on how to do all the different things I'm showing you now. And then, as I've also said, there is a project on this as well. Something else that's useful too is there is a gallery on each of the CDs that shows you and gives you some extra ideas and inspiration on how you might get the best from them. So that's that part there. Now I'm going to show you a bit of the project video on this one as well, just so that you can get an idea of how that works. So this launches that.
Now in these techniques we're going to show you how to glitter these. You know, sometimes when you make these layered cards and they're all glittered up, well, we've got a fast, easy way of doing it. First of all, print out onto acetate or paper the designs and the size that you want. This one's onto acetate and this one is onto paper here. Just decide which designs, what size, and print them out.
So Alan takes you through step by step with this. I'll just whiz that forward to another part of it and just play that a little bit for you, just so you can see where you're up to with it. So let's just click on that one.
We've also done exactly the same technique onto a piece of acetate. Now that we glued this up and glittered it, this is now nice and dry, but look how fantastic it looks when you turn it over as well. And that was just...
So you've got all of that there to show you exactly, let me just pause that again, you've got all of this on there which shows you in detail. Now remember, each of the CD-ROMs has its own introduction specific to that CD-ROM. Each of them has its own project specific to that CD-ROM. So if you're wanting to go for all three sets, I would certainly consider that, and you'd be looking at $59.97 if you did that from this set. Now, let me just show you how they work. Now, the principle is going to be the same for each of them. Let me just close that down. Now, the first thing you need to look at is this bar at the top. You've got home instructions, which will give you some basic written instructions. You've got patterns. You've got set 1, set 1C, set 2, set 2C, and so on. Now, the ones that are just called set 1, set 2, and set 3, those contain all of your 10 designs. Each CD contains 10 designs, by the way. That will contain each of the 10 CDs without any colouring, without anything done to them at all. The ones that have got the C after them will be pre-coloured. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the pre-coloured ones first, and then I'll move to one of those that hasn't been coloured. So let's just look at set 1C. Right, so I like the idea of that one there. Now, you can't change the main design on this, but what you can do is you can change the background. You can change the background colour and you can change the background texture. So if you see this palette that's just down here, it's got main colour. Now, if I just choose, I don't know, I'll choose a... or should I just change the line? Actually, you can change the line colour as well. I forgot to tell you that. You can change the line colour if you want to. So let's stay with that line colour then. Let's just change the background colour, though, to a blue. Now, you can probably see now on the right-hand of the screen, well, I hope you can see on the right-hand screen, you've got all of those different textures and patterns. Now, if you like the idea of it just as it is now with a plain colour, that's fine. I should just explain as well that that hatched effect that you've got in that background is just showing you that that is a live part of the screen. That's the part that you are using now. That is not going to print out when you print it out. Now, all you need to do now is decide on a pattern on the side of the screen. So let's just choose a plaid pattern. Now, if you've noticed, there is another colour box that's appeared on the bottom of the screen. That's on the right of the screen. That says texture line colour. Now, if you like the colour of that now, you can keep it as it is, but if you want to, you can change the colour of it just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could also make that white just by clicking on there. So you can see now how you can mix and match that. Now, if you're happy with that, by the way, you can save it. Now, the useful thing about saving it is if you spent a lot of time designing something, you might want to recall it, but I'm not going to save this particular one. I'm going to show you that later on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move to the uncoloured designs and show you one from scratch. So I might need Alan's help with this, just shout out some colours.
Okay, I'll shout out.
Being a little bit colourblind, I could do with a bit of help here. So I'm going to use the same one, same design. So let's just click on that one. There it is. It'll come up, he says. Right, now it will. Right, okay, so we'll start off with the background. Now you can notice underneath the picture you've got all of these different buttons. Now you can choose those to highlight which area you want to work on, but frankly I find the best way is to just click on that part of the design itself. So let's just change the main colour. By the way, at this stage you could change the colour of the line if you wanted to as well, but I think we'll just keep that black. So just click on the background. What colour would you like the background?
Can you have it in dark blue?
Dark blue. Okay, how about that?
That's fine.
Now, do you want a pattern?
Yes, want snowflakes.
You want snowflakes,
Yeah.
okay. So let's just have a look at the patterns and let's just scroll down to snowflake. I'll click on snowflake. What colour would you like the
I want
snowflake?
pale pink.
Pale pink. All right, then. So let's go down to the texture line colour and click on pale pink. Is that pale enough?
No, paler.
Paler, okay. Let's go a bit paler then. Is that pale enough?
That's fine.
All right. So what colour do you want that part of the design?
Can you do that in ruby red? No, actually, a light blue. A light blue.
A light blue. Okay,
Yeah.
then. So let's go for light blue.
Okay.
All right. Do you want a texture?
No, I don't want any texture on that.
Okay, so let's click on the next part then.
Okay, that bit I want in ruby red.
Ruby red. All right then, so let's go for ruby red. That red enough?
Lighter.
Lighter. That ready
That's
enough?
it, that'll do.
Okay.
Now, I want a pattern on that one. Can you just show me my options, please?
What pattern would you like?
Just run through them. I'll pick one.
All right, so we've got bubble, canvas,
Yeah.
corded, frost, gingham.
Gingham. Can you do gingham?
All right, gingham.
There you go, there's gingham.
And what
Now,
colour?
I want yellow to go with that one.
Yellow. All
Red and
right.
yellow.
Okay, so a nice bright yellow.
There you go. Oh,
bright
no, let's
enough?
go back. I think I'll have green on that now.
Green.
Put green.
How about that?
A bit darker.
A bit darker. All right.
Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. It'll look gorgeous when it's finished. Right,
Lovely.
next, tell me what you want.
Okay, so let's just click on another part. Right,
Could I have that in mauve? Purple.
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 Right, okay.
Yeah.
Purple, right.
And next bit,
Yeah,
the round dots. Do the dotties.
the dotties, right,
Yeah,
okay.
red. Ruby red.
Ruby red, right.
Actually, you changed that black, but it doesn't matter. I like it.
Okay.
Then the line work. I'll have that in yellow, please.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll have that
yellow,
in yellow.
bright yellow. And can you do the top in white?
Well, it is in white now.
Yeah, well, leave it white then.
Fine. All right.
Now you've got two bits at the bottom. Two bits at the bottom.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
see those bits
Yeah.
there? Can you do those in cerise?
Cerise.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah. Now listen, can you change the top again? Can you do that in yellow? Darker yellow,
I can.
because it does the bottom as well. That's it. That's fine.
you're
That'll
happy
do,
with
mate.
that?
I'm happy with that. Very
Fine.
regal.
Now, if you're happy with that, you can save it. Now, let me just show you what happens when you save it. You just click on Save. And now I'm just going to take that, I'm going to put that onto the desktop, and I'm just going to call it Bauble 1. Click on Save. Now that is there for me to recall in future. Now, just to show you something very interesting about this, before we print this, I just want to show you a different design. Now, remember, this particular design's got 8 layers. Let's choose a different design from a different section. Now, this one's got 7 layers, so we'll lose a layer, but you'll see what will happen now. If I just go to Load and click on Bauble 1, the design colour combination that we just used has now been transferred to this one, but obviously we've lost a layer. If you had an 8-layer one, it would use all 8 layers. So you've got that usefulness to be able to mix and match the different shapes to the same colour coordination if you want to. But let me go back to where we were with that one there, and let's just click on this one. Let's just bring it back up again. So we'll just load, and Bauble 1. And now we're ready to print. Now, at this stage, you click on the print preview screen. Now, if you just click on that one there, now this takes us to a completely different place again. Now, you can see there that what it's done is actually defaulted to a grid size, and the grid size it's defaulted to is a representation of what a sheet with 1 centimetre squares would look like.
That's an A4 sheet.
Now, if we have a look that close, you can see what we mean. Now, that would make a lovely background sheet, wouldn't it? If you wanted to, you could get rid of that border, so you've got a solid background sheet. And if you look in the box there, there's a box there that says border. Now, if I just go down on that there, you can see that that border has now disappeared. If you just go to it, there you go, it's disappeared. But if you wanted to, you could actually increase the size of the border right up to 10 centimetres. You could also then, if you wanted to, put in a coloured border. Now if you look, there's a coloured border box. If I click on that, and there's a palette there underneath, and you can change the colours to suit. Now I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm just showing you all the different things it can do, but let me just get rid of that and take it right back down to where it was. If you like iris folding, if you like strip printing, another thing you can do here is you can go down to the strip printing function. So if I just click on horizontal,
Or paper weaving.
Or vertical, you can get the design to print in either way you want to. Now this is all based so far on a 1 tile 1 centimetre square, but it doesn't end there. Let me get rid of that. Now if you look there at the tile size, you've got 1 centimetre, 2 centimetre, 3 centimetre, 4 centimetre, perfect for tea bag folding, 5 centimetre and 6 centimetre. Just to separate the design out, I'll just put a border in there again for you. And I'll just make that border clear so that you can see the separation. Now that is just some of the things it can do, but we've not finished there. If you want, now at the moment that is one design making up the picture, making up the tile. So that's one design per 6 centimetre tile. What if, however, you wanted to make the design spread over several different tiles? Say, for instance, if you wanted that design to be over 32 tiles, you could do that. Let's have a look at this then. You've got the multi-tile split here. Now, at the moment it's 1 tile.
So it's great for making Christmas tree decorations and things like that.
Now it's 4 tiles. Now it's 9 tiles.
That's about 8 inches square.
Now it's 12 tiles. But now, obviously, this was based on a 6 centimetre square. So if I go down through the scale, that's based on a 5 centimetre square. That's based on a 4 centimetre square, and a 3 centimetre square, and a 2 centimetre square, and a 1 centimetre square. If I get rid of the border,
Backing paper.
now got a solid, large background paper. Now, if I wanted to, I can now send that to the printer. So I'm just going to send it to the printer. So let's just check on printer settings. And just for speed, I'll just print this onto a draft quality just so that you can get an idea of what it prints out like. So those are just some of the things that you can do with it. Now, obviously, you're going to think of yet more and more different things to do. But just to be able to print something out at a large size means that you can do really large Christmas decorations if you wanted to. It enables you to do really wonderful scrapbooks. But it enables you to make cards that are just as simple and as effective as these. Now, the whole of this card was done using that CD-ROM. So that was printed at around about 2 or 3 centimetres cut out. You can do your own decoupage. If you want to become your own decoupage factory, you can. If you want to become your own background paper factory, you can. If you want to become your own greetings card multiple with this, you almost can.
Oh, go Barry.
918701, Alan Barry's Christmas Paper Craft CD, traditional baubles or classic layering. Let's just have a look at what's just printed out. Let's just have a look at this. It's just, do you know what? I think it probably got jammed. Oh, no, it hasn't got jammed. Let's have a look. Here it is. There it is. Now that, bear in mind, that was printed at draft quality, and you've now got a solid background sheet. But you could cut those out and you could do your own decoupage. And the best thing about this is you have become your own design factory because you chose the colours, you chose the textures, and you chose the size. But there's something else you can do with this as well. If you love the idea of those backgrounds and you want to do your own solid background papers using those designs, you can do. Because on the front here, if I click onto patterns, now that's very boring, isn't it, at the moment? But I'll tell you what you can do. If you just look at this here, you've got all those different textures, no designs on there, but you can now produce your own gingham papers. You can now produce your own hearts, your ginghams, your handmade effect. You can do all of that, but the best bit is you can colour it in to suit yourself. So let's make a pale green background, and let's make the leaves a darker green. Now, if I go into print preview, it's automatically defaulted to a 1 centimetre square across the board, but I can make it bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and obviously you'll get rid of the border as you go through that, but I can even make it bigger still. So this is just incredible. All of the things that you can do with this, you can make a fully coordinated and a fully supported system using any of these CD-ROMs. Now, not only can you make the most wonderful background papers and Christmas cards, you can make your own Christmas decorations. Just have a look at some of the things you can do with the range of CD-ROMs. Now, all of these were done using all of the CDs we've got on the show. So that's from the traditional. Look at that.
And also what you can do with the computer is you can flip it, can't you, the design, so you get them to match.
Yeah, I'll show that in a second. I've not finished yet because you can flip them horizontally and vertically and, well, horizontally and vertically. Right, so let me just show you how that works. I was getting really excited by that. So let's just show you on the traditional one, because that'll probably show it to you a little bit more effectively. So I'm just going to click on another one now. So this is your traditional. Now remember, the principle is the same throughout. The designs vary from CD to CD. So let me just click on that one. And we'll show you all of those as we go through. So let's show you the ones that are contained on the Christmas one then. So set 1 is going to have this. It's going to have the angel, the robin, the Santa and the snowman.
You also get them pre-coloured as well, don't you?
You do. Set 2 has got the holly, the tree and the wreath. And set 3 has got the snowflake, the star and the window. Now for those of you that are a little less adventurous, you've got them pre-coloured, as I'm going to show you there. So there's a window there as well, so let's show you that one. And if I go into set 2, you've got the holly, the wreath and the tree. And then if I go to set 1C, you've also got there the angel, the robin and the Santa. Now I'm just going to choose the pre-coloured Santa because I want to show you how that mirror imaging works. So again, if I go to print preview, and if I make this a nice big Santa, if I go up to 6 centimetres, actually if I go on the Santa it might actually be a good idea. I'm on the angel there, not the Santa, just a second. Don't know my angels from my Santas, hang on. Right, that's a robin, right, there's your Santa. So I'm going to print preview. We've made him a nice big Santa, but we'll make him bigger still because we'll alter his tile size now. We'll take him right up to 20 tiles. Or no, let's go and make him a little bit smaller than that because you need to be able to see what I'm doing here. There we go. Now let's get rid of the line. Now if you watch now, I'm going to change the imaging, the mirror imaging. So just watch the hat. This is the horizontal change. Just watch this. So now, if you print it up...
It's a cartoon, he's walking down the street.
Now, if you print it one way, then print it the other, then if you did it on fabric as well, you could... I was going to say you could stuff your Santa, but that's not quite what I really wanted to say. You could make a Santa bauble, a cushion out of it if you wanted to. It's that simple to do, and it is incredibly effective.
Do that again quickly. Do it again quickly. Do it again quickly. Do you know the way to Lapland? Do you know the way to Lapland?
I wonder what you were going to say that. But if you wanted to, you could...
I can't sing it, can't
you could flip him the other way as well. You can flip him vertically too, so... There we go. And
it's a bat!
So, you can do everything that you can think of with this set. 918701, £19.99. So it's the principle is the same for all of them. Now, you've seen 2 of them. Let me show you the 3rd one now, which is the layering CD. So let's just have a look at that one. So you've seen traditional and baubles. Let's have a look at the layer one. Now, these will all self-load onto your computer, by the way. I'm having a little bit of a fiddle with them because I'm going to be using them multiply. You'll only be using one at a time. So let's just show you this one. Remember, the instructional video is contained on each of them and it's specific to each of the CDs, as is the project. So I'd quite like to show you the project video from this one as it happens. Because this one shows you decoupage, if my memory serves me correctly.
Oh, yeah, 2 ways of doing it. 2 3D decoupage cards. Now this card here was the same design printed out at the same size to create this effect. This one was printed out but in various sizes to give you this kind of layered look.
So let's just move through it a bit.
To make this
let's just pick up that bar just there and you can see obviously this will be in real time as you do it. In fact, I've got the card that Alan's making here just to show you. It's very, very simple. So if you love your decoupage, you really are going to enjoy working with this one. Let's just see what he's up to with this one here.
Keeps me out of trouble. Now I can stick the next layer on. Now I've got a choice here. I can actually set it like that so it's slightly off-centre. I can alter the design as I go along. Or I can do the design so it exactly follows. I'm going to do the design so it...
OK, so let's just pause that because you don't want to hear all that. You know what he sounds like anyway. So you'll be able to see all of that. And there is a gallery at the end of each of these, which we forgot to show you. So I'll show you the gallery. So you get lots of ideas as you run through this. Now, I'm sorry about the lighting that, but it was mood lighting for Christmas. So you can see all of those different CDs have been used to make the decorations on this tree. 918701, £19.99. Now these, I just love these CDs because there's so many different things that you can do with them. Now, if we just come back, I want to show you some of the cards that we've got here. Now, this was the card that's actually contained in that project that Alan was showing you there. Now, that's just one of the cards that you get to make, and that is your classic layering CD-ROM that was done that. So if you love your decoupage, you can use all of them for decoupage, by the way. It's not just this one. They are just so brilliant because you'll find so many different things to do with them. Now, we sent some of these CDs out to our little focus group, if you like, who made cards for us. And it was interesting to see all the different things that everybody came up with. But the main thing that everybody said was, these are just so different from anything else that's on the market because I get to be in control.
You showed them that card, but look what you can do, make brooches as well. Just show them that.
Same design.
Show them, it's brilliant.
Just open that up.
Ah, beautiful little brooch made from that as well. Using the, look, that's gorgeous.
Using the layering.
That's all been laid up, it's been glazed as well. So it makes a beautiful brooch. We could do earrings, get it really small if you want to.
So let's just recap on all the item numbers, or the item number for all these, and then we're going to see Alan's fantastic CD.
Yes, I'm excited.
So the first one we've got is this one, which nearly ended up on the floor there, is 918701. This is the classic layering one that you're looking at there. And then we've got the traditional. There's your traditional. And the item number for this one is 918701 again, and then of course same item number for the bulbs. Actually, I've not shown you the designs on the layering one. I must show you that before we do go and see Alan. So same item number, same price, £19.99. So let's just show you the designs on that one. So let me just click close on there, and then you go into it. So as before, you've got pre-colour designs. There is set 1C, there is set 2C, and there is set 3C, and of course with these you can change the backgrounds, you can change the colours of the backgrounds, and you can change the textures. But if you want to be a real design whiz, you can go to the uncoloured ones and you can do the whole thing. It's entirely up to you. Something else to bear in mind as well, these are great for children to work with because they really helps them to learn colour coordination and of course texture coordination as well. And they're going to have a lot of fun with it, and they're not going to waste time by wasting paper because they will be able to print off what they actually like. 918701. If I were you, go for three. Go for all three of them. And of course, if you're a member of the Creating Craft Club, you'll save money as well. And don't forget, of course, that any items that you buy, if you buy all three of these CDs or all four of the CDs on this show, the maximum P&P that you will pay will be £6.95. And that applies to your whole shopping list. Maybe you've got 50 items that you want to order. If you do it in one transaction, either on the internet or, of course, through our call centre, your maximum P&P will be £6.95. And of course, if you're a member of the Creating Craft Club and you're ordering through the website, then you're going to save an absolute fortune because you'll save 10%. But now we need to look at this CD that Alan's got for us, which is absolutely superb.
Now, the great thing about this CD is, you know what it's like when you're doing your matting or your layering, whichever way you want to call it, you just waste so much of your best paper, don't you? Just see a little bit of it hanging out the edge round there, and you think, oh, well, I'll use my best paper on that. And typical crafter, don't like to see wasted bits. So there's your CD. It's 919355, £19.99. What I want to do is actually show you just a few samples first. Now, you can do this with all the Christmas patterns and that were on those 3 CDs are on this as well, so you can mix and match them perfectly. You can design something very simple like this because you can put text on as well. I've done on that one the butterfly collection. So if you're doing photographs or you want to do lovely matte and layering, all that has been printed out, but you've designed it. You've put the colours there. You can do them as plain as you want. You can do them as fancy as you want. You can put text on them as well. You've got happy birthday there, very simple ones. You can do very pastel ones. If you print it straight onto card, you can fold that ready and you've got a card already done. You've got all sorts of different ones here. You've got some of these I've just kind of done onto paper, and you can stick them straight onto your different cards. See how small you can get there, different shapes. And the great thing about it, if you design it in one way, then you can put the same design goes through all the different sizes and shapes that we've got. You see that? That was done there, and then that one was done there. Look at that nice little Kingiby one there, and you've got a green one there. There's loads and loads and loads of different ones, so you can go as plain as you want or as bright as you want. Look at that one there. I did that one there with the plaid, and I put loads of colours on that one. So it's entirely up to you, the same designs, but these do your layering. If you do it straight onto card, those are some basic ones, but I've also done some different ones here with Christmas themes on. I put Happy Christmas on there. You can change the colour of the lettering and everything like that. I've even put the trees around there that are on the other CD to make a border, but I will take you through it bit by bit. Some stars there, you just prink it through. See, that's the same design, but just slightly altered. Change the colour of the trees on that one to alter the design. There's, look at these, you can have some of those fir trees on that one, the pine, or it looks like feathers. You see how you've got the design going right the way through? I'll show you how to do that. There's a nice Christmas one. We can even do shading on this one. So you've got like a shadow effect. So it looks like you've put your foam pads in between and it's layered up. You can make your wood, so you can make everything look like, what do they call it? Wood, you know, wood. Some clever
grain
out there.
effect.
No, you know, your marquetry.
Fine.
Now look at these ones. I think these are gorgeous with the snowflakes going through. I've got a very simple one there. You can do all your lettering, your tags here. You've got the mistletoes. Just the same design, but I've just printed it out differently. That one's great. Can you see how you've got the snowflakes there going right the way through, but the changing colour? I'll show you how to do that one. Anyway, that just gives you that's just a soupçon of what you can do with this set. Actually, I'll just show you this one very quickly as well. I designed this one, Happy Christmas, from Alan and Barry, but we've designed it where you've got the fabric technique. So I thought it was a bit lacy, but somebody else pointed out it was more muslin. More muslin. There you go. So this is the same design, but printed out different ways. You can alter the shape of it without having to go back and redo it all the time. You see all the different ones there? This one's got a white background. There, it's got the green on there. You've got the green lettering instead of white, or you can just do it small, take the lettering off and make some little tags. Change the colour there again, make it smaller, change the colour again, nice big red border there. So there's loads of different things that you can do. Now you can save this design. I've got about 30 odd designs saved on my computer at the moment, so you don't have to do it time and time again. You just go back to the number it was done. So you can see the difference there. Just by, even when you've saved it, you can bring it up and then just change the colour of one section of it. Same design, but you don't have to go through designing. But look, I think that's brilliant how that's worked. Anyway, we're very, very pleased with this. Let me run through it slowly. Now, on this one, you're also going to get a tutorial, not a territorial, a tutorial. So that'll be on their film. So what I'm explaining to you now will be there, is there on film. You've also got projects on there, and you've also got the card gallery. So let me run through it. Listen, Alan does computers. Right, now, what you can see here, when you bring it up on your screen, you just load it in that normally. Now, the first thing that comes up is the one that you were last on. This is the square one, top left-hand corner there. Now, if you see my little marker there, if I go along the top there, you can see which shapes you can do. You've got a square, you've got a round, you've got a hexagon, you've got an octagon, you've got a window shape, you've got oval, you've got diamond, star, heart, or rectangle. You can do it landscape or portrait, and you've got some tags as well there. And just by changing on all of these, if you watch the big screen, you see the shapes change completely. So it's a nice black image there, but entirely up to you what you want to do with it. Now, the only two that you can't add text to is the star and the heart. Those are the only two that you can't add text to. You can add it to the middle, but not round the edge. So let's just go back to a square one. That's the first one there. So how does it work? Now, if you go over to here, if you come down here, you can see I've got add layer. Now, you can see the first layer is already there. So if you go down to here, background colour, you can choose a colour. I'm going to do a nice bright one so you can really see it. So I'm going to do blue. Turn that into a nice blue. You can see there. Let me make it a bit lighter for the screen. There you go. There's your blue there. Then you go to add layer. I'm going to add layers first. And it always comes up black, the next layer. And I'm going to do a pink one there. And then go back to add layer. Another layer pops up. I'll put a yellow one there. Now, I'm not designing it now. I'm just doing it in gaudy colours so that you can actually see what I'm actually doing. Just keep adding as many layers as you want. Let's have that red, shall we? Okay, now what you can do at this stage, you can go to this setting over here. You see the width? there. Now, whichever one you highlight will change the actual width of the actual border all the way around. So if I go to the top up here and highlight the first one, like there, and then go back to the width, and it starts at number 10, and as I click on that, it'll go to 9, and if you watch the screen, you'll see the outside border getting smaller and smaller. So I'm putting a nice thin border there. See that nice thin border? So if you go to the second one, I'm actually going to miss the second one because I want a wide border there. So let's go to the yellow one underneath. I've clicked on the yellow one. And if you go back to width, you can make that yellow border thin as well. And the green one will grow larger. You can do all sorts of things with this. So you can really, get your mountain. And say this is not the colours I'd normally choose, but you can see what's happening. And if I go to, let's put one more layer in there. And I'll put blue in that one. And let's click on the red. I can make the red smaller. Again, it goes back to 10, 9. But you can go the opposite way as well. So let me just go that way. If I go to 7, now can you see the actual box is getting bigger now? The box is getting bigger and the centre there, the blue one, is getting smaller. Now I'm going to go back and do a frame, so you can just keep clicking on it until you get the width of frame that you want. There you go, that's been framed. So there, now I've taken that and that is set at number 1. So you've got a blue thin frame, you've got a pink one. I can make any of these as wide as I want or do whatever I want with them. Now what you can do, if you want to do text, you can do that in the middle. That's all up at this top end here. If you look at here, this is text for the centre bit, where it's all blue in the middle. That's where the text, and those are the colours of the text there. If you want to do text on any of these strips here, you need to come down to here where it says top edge. So if you click on top edge, and whichever one that you're, actually let me click onto that one first. Let's go on to the pink. So I'm on top edge here again, and I can put in there HAPPY, happy. And then if I go to the bottom one, there, click on that one, and I'm going to put O-T-H-D, can you see it? D-A-Y, happy birthday. And then you can put in the green one, if you want to go to the green one, perhaps I should have designed this a bit differently. Go to the green one, let's go. Shall I put, I can just need to go to the bottom.
Well, don't put what you just said,
no,
that's for sure.
I'm going to go to the top first. I'm going to do to the top first. I'm going to put in, where's it gone? See how it's going into there? And then if I go to the bottom one, it'll go to the bottom of the green section. There you go. Happy birthday to you. And then you could put a picture in the middle, couldn't you? It should be happy birthday to you. I know, but I'm just playing. I'm just showing you at the moment. If you want to go into the centre there, you can do that, but you need to move over to the other side. And that will be... where's Barry?
Actually, I must admit, I'm so impressed by you using the computer. Something I never thought that I would see you do on Ideal World or Creating Craft is actually using a computer. Never mind a program that you devised yourself. Whoa, I am not worthy.
Y, where's the Y? There you go. And if you want to make that a little bit smaller, you'll get the Y on there. There you go. There's the Barry. But you've also got there, if you look on the right of that there, you've got 3 positioners there. You can position it to the left. Is that right there?
That's right, yes.
You can position it in the middle, or you can position it to the right-hand side as well. It's only moving a little bit because I've only put one letter there. Again, you can change all the colours. So if you want that in red or yellow, you can design anything you want. There, I've done it. Let's do it in cerise colour. There you go, or darker cerise than that. Now, I'm just building this up as I'm going along. Now, let's add some texture to these as well. Now, let's click on... Now, if you go to the colour you want, there's the pink one. Click on the pink one. Now, I just want to run through these for you. Now, if you've got 2 click to choose in the bottom left-hand corner there. bottom left, you've got 2 click to choose, and one on the left side will bring up all the patterns on the main picture there. And you can see all the main patterns. These are the designs that you've actually got on the 3 other CDs. And you can use these as borders going round. So when you use the other CDs, you've got all the baubles there. You've got all the classic layering designs there.
Wow.
And you've got all the traditional designs. So say I pick the Christmas tree there. That will automatically go around the border there. And I can change that to like a pale colour, white. Where is it going in?
Oh, I didn't know you had all those added as well.
Yeah, all those have been added as well. You see that? Now, if you see that, that's gone over.
Wow.
That's it's gone over the Harry, but you can change.
Can I just stop you just a second? So that means then, because you've got all the shapes you've got on all of the others, then you can do a fully coordinated mat and layer for all of these other CDs.
Exactly. That's what they're for. So if I'll just run through those again, you've got all of those. But what you can also do, if you want to create a different effect behind that as well, you've also got all the same textures and everything. So if I want to put I love that Hessian effect.
Wow.
There, the kind of Hessian effect there. That will come up behind it. You can see there, you can see that's got that Hessian look if you have a look at that. But then I can change the colour of that Hessian. Well, I've done the let me just go to the right one. There you go. And put some green behind there. That's changed that all to green, and you can put it to white. There you go. You can see all doing those. Now, because I've got 3 layers there, it would have. I could have the trees differently, but because you got 3 layers there, and it does 2 at a time. But you can see how you can change those colours and create any kind of effect. Now you can go to this section here if you want. The pale blue. Let's go to the centre. Let's put some pale blue in there. And what should we have on here? Should we have some? Let's have some holly. There's some holly. Let's change the colour of the of Barry because I can't see that now. I'll put that as a dark blue. There you go. You can see it a bit better. Let's have a darker blue.
Barry's a nice dark
There
colour.
you go. Nice dark blue. There you go. And then we can go to the green. We can put a different pattern in there. I can change that red if I want to. Let's change a different pattern on the green. I'll tell you what's nice. Some of these different colours here, these textures. There you go. Let's put that on there like that. Let's have those there like that. You've got the ivy there, and let me just change the colour on the ivy. There you go. It's a pale blue now, and you can change all that around. You can mix and match. But just look at this. You've designed something, then you can save that. Okay, doesn't look too good, but I mean you'd have time to actually design what you want. But then if you go to the top here, go to the top. And just click on all of these, the same design with the text and everything will just change shape. Look at that, just changes shape. So everything's done for you. If you save that and you say you come out of something you saved, you can still change the colours. There's the window shape, and you've got the oval shape. I'm going to click on that. There you go, there's the oval. You've got the diamond. Everything's on there. There's your diamond. Now, star will lose the text around the outside because that's the only one. The star and the heart is the one where you can't do text around the outside. But you've got everything else on there. You can still do one in the centre, but you'll need to make the Barry and Alan smaller so it fits into the shape. On some of the shapes, if they're bigger than the text you've actually added, you need to add more letters as you go along. So there's the rectangle. But you see that fits in, not too bad. Then you've also got the label ones. You've got the upright, and it does the vertical text. Or you've also got the landscape, so it does vertical text that way. But I'm going to go back to that one now, and I just want to show you something that looks fantastic. All you've got to do then, if you look along here, at any point, you can go and remove a layer. So say I want to take the green one out. I click on that, and if you come down here, you can see remove that layer. Click on that, and the green will disappear. It will do when I click it properly. There you go. So you've missed the green, and then the other one's got bigger there. So at any point, you can take any of them out, and then you can go to print preview, and you can look at it in landscape or in portrait and see however way you want it. That depends if you want to print it out onto some card and have it as a card on. Just cut it out and use it as a. So if you let's go to that, see the print settings. So you've got the opportunity here to go portrait or landscape. So let me get rid of that. I'm not connected to a printer at the moment, so I can't print that out. But I think that's horrible, that. So I'm going to go back to here. And what I want to do now is design something else for you. But I just want to show you how That was with the kind of strong colours, but one of my favourite things I've been doing with this, and I'll just do it very simply, is add layers. Now, if you go to the bottom of your palette here, the background colours, you can add, if you go to the very, very bottom, you get those lovely pastel colours, lovely pale pinks on that one. Let's add another layer. I'm going to do this as quick as possible because we're running out of time already.
Do you want to get rid of Barry?
Another layer, yellow.
Well, no, you probably do want to get rid of me, but do you want to get rid of it on there?
Oh yeah, I'll get rid of it. To get rid of that, you click on that and just backspace. And then we're going to add another colour. What should we
Oh,
have
if
there?
it were but that easy.
That one. I wish it was that easy, I can tell you. Add another layer. And what should we have there? A greenish colour. Paler green. Let's have a look. No, a bit darker than that. A cerise colour. There you go. Can you see it's like a bullseye effect? Maybe you can't see it all on your TV, but I can see it here. Now, the great thing with this one, if you take the same design, now I'm going to choose the one with the ivy leaves there. There's the ivy leaf one, and that's in the centre there. Then if you go to the same colour, but make it slightly darker, and that was a pink, or you can use any colour you want, really. Let me just take this here, hang on. Let's take a blue, pale blue, no, paler than that. There you go. Then you go to the next colour and you choose the ivy again and just click over here. Let's go on the ivy. And basically you get the same design. I like that blue. Then take that over to the next one and you click on this again and you go to ivy again. There you go. What colour's coming up? Red. No, I don't like that one. So then I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take the red off and change that to orange, pale. Yeah, that's nice, kind of a nice ambery orange. And then you've got the blue one there. And again, go back to the same design. And it's basically the same design going through. But if you use the nice pastel colours, it really makes fantastic backing papers. You could do all sorts of things in it. And then if you want, you can put Happy Christmas going around the edge if you want.
Now, though we've called this a Christmas CD-ROM, you could actually use many of these designs and many of these things for things other than Christmas as well. You could make them for general use as well. That's absolutely for certain.
Oh, yeah, they're not just for Christmas.
Because you don't have to use those textures that are specific to Christmas. There are many textures contained with this that are not specific to Christmas at all, that you could change the colours. So don't get hung up on the idea and you're thinking, oh, it's just for Christmas. It's actually not. This is for so many other things beyond Christmas. It's beyond Christmas.
Now I'm just looking at the different colours I've got here. I just want to change that one back over there. There you go. But you can see that, how we've used the same pattern, but just by changing the colours. And then again, if I go across the top, look what happens. It just goes automatically through the whole design. There you go. Look at the patchwork, so you can make your own patchwork. And don't forget, over here, can I just show you this at the top here, top right-hand corner, you've got the width there. Now, if you want, that will, it's generally set at 100. That'll print something out about 4 inches. But then you can go up, and if you look at the design on the square as well, that slightly alters, because it's all done mathematically, this. So you can get up to 200. You can even go up to 1,000 if you had a printer big enough. But about 200 is the height you really want to go to.
It's about 8 inches, isn't it?
It's about 8 inches square. So you can print out pretty good. But as you can see, it alters every time you do that. It just looks slightly different for the size.
And you can also see how it's going to look when you print it out, can't you? Because you can do a print preview on it.
Yeah, you can do print preview. I did that earlier if you was watching. Look at that. So you've got all of those, and don't forget you can add your text. There's loads of things. So no more can you moan about having to waste your paper. Everything can be pre-done for you. What I'd like to do is show you some finished samples. You can go down as small as you like. Let me show you some finished cards, and I'll explain as we've gone through the way they've been done. Right, I don't know if you can see these here yet, Chuck. Now look at these. This is all done out in different colours of grey there to do some old sepia pictures there. All that's been done for you, and just add a little bit of glitter on that one. The heart, the star was done. We designed the square first and then put it on star, and it printed that out as well. Look at this one, different layering. You've got your plaid there, you've got your holly there, and you've got all the thin layering up here. Can you imagine all the paper that would have taken up? But, oh, I'll tell you one thing I've not done. I've not shown you the option. Let me show you that option very quickly.
Oh, the shadow option.
The shadow option.
Oh, you've got to see the shadow option.
You just pick those up, Barry.
Oh, well,
there you go.
Yes.
Let me just go back to there. Now, if I highlight the blue one here, and just go down to this section here. You see where it's got edge effect? Down here at the middle there, edge effect. Now you can choose, if you look at the bottom one, shadow, and see what happens. Can you see on the screen? If I take it off now, if you look at the screen, I'll take it off, and there it's off now. And then when I put it on, just watch what happens. I don't know if you can get closer on that. Can you see? There you go. Just stay on that, and I'll do all the other different ones. So you can make it more three-dimensional. It looks like you've put your pads underneath there. And you can do it on each layer, or that's your shadow. But if you want to give an embossed effect, let's do the embossed one. And what happens with the embossed is you get a thinner line, which is great on the pastels, and you get a little grey-white line around the other side over there. So it's less defined as the shadow, but if you do that on some of them, the optical illusions are brilliant. It creates with it. So it really looks like you've rubber stamped them up. So let me finish off showing you the rest of these cards, because I think they're brilliant. Look at these, Chuck. That's been done there. The same technique I just showed you to do with the ivy, but this is done with the snowflake there. And that's just ready for a rubber stamp design on there. Again, just using the greys, you can get them as... I find when you use just one or two tones and layer up, and that was... those two were both made separately, then just layered on top of each other by hand. And you've got this one here, there. They've been printed out small in the different layer in there. And they do match your other three CDs perfectly. All layered up there. That's two. That was one, and that was another one there. This one, look at that one. Printed onto the card, adding butterflies onto there, you've got that shape, the octagon shape there. All these have been done by you on the printer, layered up on that one. And again, if you just use two colours, look at the effects you can get there. Now you could have put the shadow on there and give it a 3D look if you wanted to. Laurel and Hardy there. Look at that. And this one, I love this one. This is one of the window ones. Again, using that technique, using the same design going through, and just changing, and just stick it onto a card. Or you could cut the window out in that window shape. There's one of the little choir boys. Another one there, that's beautiful. See, that's done, that's got a frost effect on there. You've got all the same effects that are on the other three CDs. Again, you've got this one here done in the tartan with the red. Again, you see these? If you've got any of these, some of these fit perfectly. It almost looks a bit kind of Mediterranean, that, like a Mediterranean carpet.
Look out for the Raptures show.
Yeah, look out for the Raptures. And then you've also got the diamond one here, and this one's got the layering effect, so it really does give you that 3D look. 919355, and listen, there's loads more this does, but all that will be on the is on the video at the beginning showing you all. But once you've done it, when you've sat at it for an hour, honestly, I sat at it for an hour, and after an hour you know what you're doing, and the designing you can do, and you can do hundreds of thousands different layering. I think it's just going to be fantastic for you card makers, you scrapbookers. It just makes life so much easier.
Well, this is the CD-ROM in question. It's 919355. The first thing I need to say to you is actually really well done.
Thank you.
Not only really well done on your design expertise, but well done on your computer demonstration as well. I think that deserves a round of applause, actually, because considering 6 weeks ago you didn't even know how to switch one on, I think that is superb.
Though, is it, eh?
Not too bad at all.
See, you can still get somewhere in life, even if you're thick.
Now, just to remind you as well that with this, although it's called a Christmas matte layer CD-ROM, there are lots and lots of things that are not related to Christmas at all, so don't get hung up on it. Get it for use all year round. 919355, £19.99. We've also got the other three CDs on the show, remember, which do mix and match with those, or with that one I've just shown you as well. Ooh. So this is the first one, the layering one. Now, the item number is the same for all three of the ones. All three of these, 98701. Let's show you a couple of examples from that one. Remember, that one, or something similar to that, is covered on the CD-ROM. So there's another one as well, which is like reverse iris folding. So there's a couple from that one. There's another one as well that's been done for you. So let's just show you the next one then, which is the traditional. This is the traditional, as you would expect with its traditional. It's got Father Christmas and the snowman and an angel and a holly wreath and lots of other things like that on that one. Let's show you some of the finished examples from that particular CD as well, just so you get some ideas. You can make big designs, you can make backing papers, you can make your own decoupage with this as well. Perfect, absolutely brilliant for decoupage. And then you can even do some really dramatic cards just like that one. And your final CD underneath that item number is the baubles. And there is the baubles. And your item number for the baubles is the same as the others. It's 918701. 1999. Show you a couple of examples made from that one. And obviously you can print these out as big or as small as you like, and that applies to all of them. Just to reiterate as well that all of this set of 3 CDs, and indeed the other one that Alan's been showing you, all of them contain introductory video showing exactly how they work, and also a project as well. So you cannot really get anything better than that, in my opinion, for £19.99. Everything is covered for you. It's 918701. But Alan has got some more examples to show you, I think,
well, we're
from
designed
his.
for what we need. We've been crafters. We've designed these CDs, so they'll be great for us. We've designed it for our own use, don't worry. And you're going to get the benefits of it, which I think are great. Now listen, we've also got a great show, Paper Crafts with Alan and Barry as well, with the butterflies, etc.
The butterflies, the flowers, and of course the coloured tiles, and of course flowers. Oh, and the alphabet. Oh yeah, don't miss the alphabet one as well, because they're all brilliant. And all of those CDs come with video and projects attached to them as well. So I just want to show you some of the other things that Alan didn't get to show you. Some of these that have been printed out onto shiny paper, so you can do some really.
Well, that's onto acetate and then stuck onto double-sided film, adhesive film, and then you can stick them on your windows or onto glass vases or anything like that.
You certainly can. You can make your own window stickers out of these. You can stick them onto glass vases if you want to. You can make Christmas decorations out of them as well. They are just brilliant. Of course, Alan's got some glasses up there as well, I think, that have had
well,
some
we've got a whole shelf full of different things there. This picture's done, this scrapbook page is done, all sorts of things. I can show you a couple of scrapbook pages as well that we've done. And just to show you, I mean, there's one there. Look at this background paper that's done with that, and that very pale grey heart. And you've got the bells there. It doesn't, even this is a Christmas one, if you print it out in the pastel colours, you can make scrapbook pages. We've even made the background paper there. I don't know if you can get in close, but look at it, it's very girly. Very girly, there it is. And then there's another scrapbook page, more Christmassy, using the windows. You can put the pictures in there, print them out all different sizes there. I mean, the possibilities of these CDs are absolutely endless. My favourite is the matte layering one, 919355. It's only because it's the newest.
Do you know what? Do you know, they're very impressed up there because they've been quiet throughout this hour.
It's been lovely.
They've been lots of little, ooh,
they all didn't think I could do it, so we just started to learn the computer.
They can do that. So, you know, considering that lot up there, it's all seen it all, done it all, they'd be actually quite impressed.
Well, I've not had time to show you everything, but when you get the CD, it'll all be on there,
So just as a reminder of this last one that we saw then, which is this one, and remember, this is not just for Christmas. This covers so many different things as well. 919355, Alan Barry's Christmas Matte Layer CD-ROM, £19.99. I hope you've enjoyed this show as much as we've enjoyed doing it, and make sure that you look out for the other CD-ROM show we've got with the flowers, the alphabets, of course, and all the others as well. We've got so much to show you. Oh yeah, butterflies.
Listen, from the technology department, we'd like to thank you for watching.
Bye.
And we'll see you soon. Ta-da!
Bye.
Hello, Alan Gear here, Head of Technology Department. Now I want to take you through this CD. Look at it, it's fantastic. Now, you know what it's like, you crafters, when you have to do your matting or your layering, whatever you want to call it, and you're doing your cards or your scrapbooking, and you have to layer up the paper to frame your pictures or frame your rubber stamp and anything like that? Well, it's all been done for you on this great computer. Now, it's the Alan and Barry's Christmas Matte Layer CD-ROM. The item number is 919355, but it's not just for Christmas as well. You can do lots of different kind of everyday designs too. Let me just show you some of the finished cards here. Here's one here. These are the Christmas designs, but we've done it in grey here. So you've got the oval, you've got the rectangle there. You're going to be able to add all these different patterns, the colours that you want, add text to the centre, do all sorts of things. This was done. We designed the square here, cut the centre bit out here. Also the same, just change the design and you've got the star. And you've not done anything extra. This one, you think it's all been laid up with different papers. No, it's not. It's all been printed flat. You've even got in here the ability to do shadow effects. So it looks like you've had foam pads between all the different designs here. Look, these are beautiful. Now, listen, we've got a great show coming up, so you keep a lookout for that, and we'll take you through step by step. But don't worry about that if you miss the show. There are all sorts of things on here. I'm going to run through it very quickly, but there's also a tutorial on here teaching you in video how to use it. There's a gallery on here as well with lots of examples and projects as well. Now here's one that we created just a little bit earlier, and you can see here we've actually got all the layering. You see the shadow effect on that one too there, so that's been layered up. But listen, just by clicking a switch here at the top, going at the top there, you can change the colour. You change the shape, and you can go to an hexagon, to an octagon, to the windows, to an oval, to a diamond, and you can choose the colour, you can choose the pattern. You've got the same designs that are on the 3 Christmas CD-ROMs as well. That's into a rectangle, and you've even got the borders. Now you can add your text, top and bottom. You can do some wonderful things with this CD. You can do some scrapbook. Why don't you do some scrapbook pages with them? There's a Christmas one with layered over the top there. You've got the window shape, and you've also got the Christmas oval one there. But as I said, it's not just for Christmas. There's a wedding one done there. Design the background papers there as well. The nice little heart there in grey and pink. You've got the bells there. You've got the hearts there. Everything's been done. Look at the shadowing. That's not been layered. That's actually been done on the computer, and it is so simple and easy to do. Make sure you look out for Alan Barry's Christmas layering CDs and show, and we'll show you exactly how to do that. So, yes, technology here. Bye bye. Sell. See you soon.